Welcome back to Tiffany Vlogs. So I know I haven't recorded in the last couple of months. I've been just so busy. I'm getting married in June. I've been doing a lot of wedding planning and a lot of family events, especially with the holidays. It was just really hard for me to get to vlog or to do any tutorials whatsoever. So now that the holidays have passed, I've really freed up a lot of my time and I've got together so that I can do more videos for you guys, better quality videos, and I'm very excited to do that. So today the video I'm going to be doing is a Valentine's Day tutorial. I'm very excited. I love Valentine's Day and I love doing makeup tutorials for you guys, so this one's really going to be fun. The look that I'm hoping to do is something you can use anytime, like not necessarily just on Valentine's Day, but definitely more anchored towards Valentine's Day. So we shall see how that goes. I'm very excited about this and I hope you guys will be too. So keep watching. Okay, so the first step of this video is obviously going to be to prime. So I'm going to pull out my primer. And lately I've been using the Master Prime by Face Studio from Maybelline. I'm absolutely obsessed with this guy. This stuff is so good. It goes on white. It says that it blurs, smooths. It's a blurring and smoothing primer and base. Let me just put that on all over. And it feels really good. It's not super hydrating, but it's definitely doing something good here. So that's obviously always the first step, is always to do a primer. Put on a little bit more. I love this primer. Okay, so that's done. So then the next thing obviously is always going to be foundation. I know some people do their eyebrows first. I don't get that. That's me personally. I don't understand how that happens, but for those of you ladies who do, that's up to you. And go ahead and let me know down below if you put your primer on and then do your eyebrows, or put your primer on and then do your foundation. Just out of curiosity. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is one of my favorites. It's from Clinique. It's called the Beyond Perfecting. And I am in the shade Linen, which is number 1. It is one of my favorite foundations. I'm absolutely obsessed with it because you don't need a lot and it'll still cover really well your face and any blemishes or acne that you have. And it's very full coverage, so I'm literally just going to pull it from here. I'm not even going to add any other product onto it. I may have to dip in a little bit because I am running low on this foundation, but on an average day when the bottle is full, you don't have to dip in more than once. Just gonna pat it in. So I'm right now using this brush from IT Cosmetics. It's called the Heavenly Luxe number 6. I'm absolutely obsessed. This is the only brush I like to use for foundation because it's the best. So with this foundation in particular, you tap where you don't, or where you need more coverage, and swirl where you don't need as much coverage. So on my forehead area, I don't need as much coverage, so I'm just going to swirl it through and it'll still look very full coverage and very nice, but you just don't need as much coverage in that particular area. Oh, I forgot to take off my nose ring. I always have a habit of doing that. For getting it on and then it has full makeup. So this one has a concealer on it as well. So the best part is like when I'm ready to go under my eye or conceal my brows, I can literally just use the same product. I don't have to carry multiple, which is great. Like if you're traveling a lot, because then you only have to bring the one product. You don't have to bring multiple. Blend it down to my neck a little bit. And I am going to dip in a second time, or a third time rather. This is my third time dipping in. But just because, like I said, I am running a little low on it. So, and I want to get more coverage than what it's giving me at the moment. Tapping under the eyes. And then, I'm going to dip in a second time, or a third time rather. This is my third time dipping in. But just because, like I said, I am running a little low on it. So, and I want to get more coverage than what it's giving me at the moment. Tapping under the eyes. And then, I'm going to dip in a second time, or a third time rather. This is my third time dipping in. But just because, like I said, I am running a little low on it. So, and I want to get more coverage than what it's giving me at the moment. Tapping under the eyes. the next thing I'm going to do is set my makeup. So I will be setting today, and then I'm going to go through, I'm going to set with a powder, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to spray it with the setting spray when I am ready to do like concealing for my brows and stuff, because if this is like a Valentine's Day tutorial, which it is, I imagine on Valentine's Day you kind of want more of a coverage, so you are not going to a restaurant or going out with whoever you're going out with and your makeup is already coming apart. And I've noticed that if I don't set, it will do that. So I do like to do a double set with this. So you'll see in a second. So I will put on the powder, put the setting spray, and then put the setting spray again later on. Okay, so foundation's blended out very nicely. Kind of liking how that looks. So with this, it's already kind of concealed under my eye, if you guys can tell. So what I'm going to do now is just go slightly more like ham on it and just really kind of conceal under my eye. It'll look like a different color as soon as I'm done blending it out, but it'll still brighten because it is so full coverage and you're applying more product in a concentrated area, which is kind of cool. So if you can tell the difference, that this obviously is not blended out, this is blended out, and I kind of love how that is looking right now. Blending that out very nicely. Now I don't really need to conceal anywhere else. The only area I'm really concerned with is that it's really bright and smiley, like when I put on my foundation. See, I love it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set with a powder. Now some ladies will want to do this, and if you don't, that's fine. It's completely a preference. I like setting with a powder that has a little bit more of a color, so I'm using the Fit Me Maybelline in the color Fair. There you go. You can use a translucent. I just like a little bit more color because I tend to sweat a lot. And I'm just going to tap it into the lid just like so. And I'll go through with that same brush and pat it in. Now you could totally use a beauty blender or a different brush. This is just what's been working great for me. Sorry if I sniff, I'm a little under the weather. Okay, so going under the eye. I need to pick some more of this stuff up too. Gosh, I'm running low on everything. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. I like the NYX, the Tame and Frame. I use the color Brunette. I know it's a little bit darker than my hair color, obviously, because I'm blonde, but I don't like using light eyebrows. I feel like it does not do anything for me, and it doesn't really frame my face very nicely. So personally, I like to use the darker color. So I'm going to go through and just comb my brows up, comb them across. That was lovely. Did you see that? I just kind of combed right off my foundation and just kind of comb through and make the shape. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And I love how this is a better shape than this one. Does everybody see that? Okay, so combing through, combing straight across to give it that like straight edge shape. I'm going to take the pomade. I'm literally just going to take a very little of it and start lining with the bottom of my brow. Start combing through with a little brush. And as I start to see that there's a formation there, I'm going to comb it through. So I'm not using so much product so my brows don't feel very heavy. So again, going through with the pomade. Kind of making a shape out of it. And then going through again on the front. Now in the front, you don't want to use a lot of product because it's going to be the lightest portion of your eyebrow. So that's why I use very little, and then I just kind of comb it through to blend it out. and just make it very nice, and you just want to fill it in just a little bit. Take that brush and just kind of make it, because this is the darkest portion of your brows. Okay, so that's pretty much what it'll look like. Now I'm going to conceal. I'm also going to fill this in, but as I fill this one in, I'm going to speed through it just a little bit because you've already seen this one. If you do want to see a more in-depth video where I do both brows and I show you how I conceal, please leave a comment down below, because I understand that the brows are probably the hardest part for a lot of people to get through. So that's why I'm asking, because I know I was a victim of this, where I did not know how to do my brows in high school. I was very not good at doing my brows in high school. It looked like bricks, like literally. And I feel like some people may say that they still look like bricks, but I feel like I have a better shape than I have ever had in my brows. So if you do want to see that video, please let me know, comment down below, and I will make a video for you guys. And if I don't have a lot of people responding, I'll still do a video, but I might just do it like on Instagram or something, or I'll do it on Snapchat. But you just gotta let me know, because I still want, even if it's not a popular want on my channel, I still want those who did want it to get that video done. So that's what I'm gonna do. So for concealer, I just take a little brush like this, very nice, little rounded. You can also use, now I've heard that this is better. I have never tried it. You know what? Am I gonna be bold and try something new on my channel right now? You know what? Okay, I'll try this. I'm kind of a little scared because I've never done this before. But some people like taking a straight edge brush. I have never used it, but supposedly makes your eyebrows really sharp. Wow. Okay, maybe. Why is that actually like really pretty? Okay, so I liked it for the inner portion, but for the outer portion, I'm gonna go back to that rounded brush I'm used to using. And I'm just taking that same foundation. I'm not even using any other products. As you can see, here's the applicator for it. It's literally just the same product. I'm actually kind of obsessed with how that brow came out. Wow. Okay, straight edge. Kind of loving that. That was really good. Okay, so I'm just going to blend that part out with my finger so that way it looks just like my foundation. I'm not so concerned about underneath my brow because I'm going to bring down that concealer and put on the eyeshadow primer afterwards, so I'm not so concerned about it. But I'm actually kind of loving how that brow came out with that straight edge. It looks really good. It did it really quickly. Like normally it takes me forever to do my brows, so the fact that that was done so quick, I'm actually kind of shocked at it. So kind of feeling good about that. So next thing, I'm going to do this eyebrow, but I am going to speed through it again. Let me know if you do want a brow tutorial done on this channel. We can totally do it. You just got to let me know. So here goes nothing. Okay, so now that I've done my eyebrows, I'm going to move forward and do my eyeshadows. So because this is a Valentine's tutorial, we're obviously going to do something a little more cutesy and girly. Okay. So for my eyeshadow base, I've been using the NYX eyeshadow base. It's very good. It's very similar to the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, but this one is I don't think they have colors. They have what it does. Oh, it's the skin tone. I guess maybe they do have colors. I don't know. They have a couple different ones. So they have this one. They have one that's more like of an opaque white color. And then they also have one that's more of a just matte white. So it's definitely your preference, and they all do different things for the different eyeshadows that you will use, which I kind of like that, because then I don't have to think twice about why am I using this one. It'll tell me which one's best for the eyeshadow that I'm going to be doing for that look or whatever I'm doing for that day. So I do like that a lot. I'm just going to take this one on a very similar brush to the one I was using for my concealer. Just take that, dip it in there, and paint that on my eye. Now I'm only going to use a lot because a little bit goes a long way. I mean, did I say it? Yeah, I'm not going to use a lot because a little bit goes a long way. Sorry, I'm losing my head today. I don't know if that sounded right or not, but anyways, you guys get it. So I did take it on both sides of the brush, so I'm just going to brush that through. And it is very, very natural. So do I believe that this will work for every skin tone? Probably not, because obviously, as you can see, it literally does nothing to my eye. But if you are more fair, definitely it will work for you. So you guys can see what's going on up here. Okay, so that's all pressed in. So now I'm going to take a flat brush, very similar, but this one's for powder, or at least that's how I use it. So this one's for powder. I love this one. And I'm going to take a cream color that I have just kind of chilling here. So it's not necessarily white, it's more of like a cream color. And I'm just going to put that all on my lid. And just to set that color in. Do my tried and my true James Charles palette. So for those of you ladies who have this palette, that's great. If you don't, that's okay as well. So I'm going to go in with this really pretty light, oh Lord, dusty pink shade right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Dusty pink, and let's see, I'm gonna go in with this dusty pink shade right there. And I like this one because it's a light pink, so I can go in with it very lightly, but it'll still kind of give me a really nice base color for the look I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to start with the outer corner. It's not very pigmented, this color in particular, but it is also a lighter pink, so it's not meant to be super bright. I'm just going to buff that through. And you can kind of see the pink start to show up on my eye. Just buffing this one through until it's completely blended, and you'll know it's blended. You see where it has like more of a pink color, and then you can see my skin tone. When you no longer see that defined line, that's when it's fully blended out. And you can do like a circular motion like this, and then a windshield wiper like that. So circular, windshield, circular, windshield, and eventually it'll start to fade away. am going to go with this very like mauvey, dusty rose color right here. Ooh, there we go. Right there. Not that this is like super pink or girly, but I just love that color. It's so pretty, and it's very classic. And I'm just going to go in the outer corner with this one so you can kind of see how it's blended out, and then just start to bring it inward. So for this look, I'm going to do more of like a rose gold feel, which I kind of love. And I'm just going to blend that color inward. Now, because this has so much pigment on it, I'm going to get another color or another brush that's very similar. It's literally the exact same brush, and I'm just going to blend it out with that one. That one has no color on it. So that as I'm blending out, it doesn't go too high up or become increasingly unblendable. Blend that one out. We're not going to do that. That's not a good idea. So now that that's all blended, I'm going to take Hot and Crowded from this Morphe 9N palette. 9N like Nancy. I'm going to take that Hot and Crowded color because I just kind of am living for that red color, but I'm going to take a clean brush to put that on. It's like a red coral-ish color. And blend that on the outer corner. Kind of living for that. That's so pretty, actually. Blend that inward. So now, I'm going to get my foundation again, and I'm just going to take a little bit on a concealer brush, and I'm going to carve out my crease. Now, I like to hold down my eye just a little bit, because my eyes like to freak out for no reason. Gonna pat that in there. Same thing on. Now that I've concealed that area out, I'm gonna pat it in just to make sure that it's blended out very nicely. I'm going to get another powder brush. Another powder packer brush, which I really love these brushes. They're so good. So this one I got years ago. I can't even tell you. I think it's a Japanese brush. I love this one. And I'm going to go into that James Charles palette, into that highlighting shade, which is this guy right here. This big, really pretty gold one. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to just put it on that concealed area. Just going to blend it out. Blending it out very nicely. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite eye. Make this more of like a little bit of a Valentine's-esque look and give it a little bit more of like a deep feel. I am going to take the red shade from the James Charles palette. I wish I had the names for these because they have really cute names. There's just a shade right here. Where's my finger? There we go, right there. It's just this shade. I'm going to take that on just like a small little packer brush that I have. Just go like that. And I'm going to just go underneath the eye. See that little sticker there? I think that's upside down. Oh, it's right side up. Oh, okay. Next one. I'm gonna take it and I'm going to put a darker shade over it so that when I take that off, it's just gonna leave like a little heart right there. So that was really cute actually. Same thing on the next side. Okay. Let that dry for a little bit. Then I'm going to get out my trusted CoverGirl mascara. The Lash Blast Volume in the orange tube. I'm absolutely obsessed with this guy. Stuff is so good, but I like the waterproof one a little bit better. I feel like it makes the lashes last a lot longer. Wrong direction. Okay, so now my eyes are done. So now I'm going to do the contour and the blush and some highlights. So for contour, I always love my Anastasia palette. It's the contour kit in light to medium. I'm obsessed with this. As you can see, I've hit pan on everything. I literally just drag it across all three of the bronzer shades because I don't really like one in particular. It just kind of use all of them. And I start with my hairline right here and I drag it down. And you want to do that same circular motion I was showing you. So circle, 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 up and down. So circle and windshield at the same time. And it'll kind of give it like an airbrushed effect. And you want the lightest point of the bronzer to be here and the deepest, darkest point to be at the top. And that'll just give you a very nice contour to your face. Now, what the blush in the color Blush Crush. And I'm going to just sweep this right over that highlight. Red, because I feel like this is a lot already. So I'm going to do a nude lipstick. Yeah, so we're gonna apply that. Let me go grab it really quick because I have it in the other bag. I'll be right back. Go on with that. Okay, and that's it. So that is the completed look. Let me pull down my hair so you guys can kind of see how it looks. So the last thing I would do is just to spray it with the setting spray. So I have the Ulta Beauty moisturizing spray. I got this in a set around Christmas time from Ulta. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and... The set was like $10. You got 3 of them. They're not the biggest size, they're 1 ounce each, but you got 3, so that's 3 ounces. I mean, it's not expensive. For 10 bucks, I'll take it. Just gonna fan myself a little bit here. That is the only downside I will say to Ulta's setting sprays, is that they're not the most drying. But I mean, I guess that's kind of a good thing because you're refreshed all day. But if you're on the person who's like on the go, you're going to have to wait a few for them to dry down. So that's the only downside I will say that I've ever seen with the Ulta brand. But other than that, not so bad. So just to recap, a lot of the products that I use, they're so inexpensive. You don't need really expensive products. The highlighters were like under $4. The eyeshadows I got as gifts, but they are only $9 palette. The Morphe James Charles palette is obviously a little bit more. It's $39, but you can find these colors in other palettes as well. You don't need to get the highest end of palettes. So if you're doing a Valentine's Day look, just worry about your loved ones. Go and have fun. Be yourself. Be happy. And do your Valentine's Day look and love what you do. So these stickers that I got to do the little hearts on my eye. I'm going to zoom in again so you guys can see it. To do the little heart on my eye were 99 cents. I got them at Walmart. They were on clearance. Like, you don't need to do this, like, get the stamps from Tarte or anything like that. Like, you can do it for nothing, and it's such a cute look. So, anyways, don't forget to comment and subscribe and like my channel, and share with your friends, share with your mom, your grandma, anybody who likes makeup, anybody who doesn't like makeup, because don't worry, there's other stuff coming. And please don't forget, any suggestions for videos, anything you guys want to see, anything I've already done and you want to see it again, anything you want more in-depth detail on, let me know, because if I don't know, I can't do it. But at the same time, I'm going to be doing a lot, so maybe your suggestion will be the next video I do. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. You guys don't know what it means to me to get your comments and your likes and the subscriptions all the time. I love it. I'm so obsessed and I'm so happy, and I cannot wait to grow with you guys and to grow my channel and to grow as a person and a YouTuber. So I'm very, very excited for the journey that we're going on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.